wanted to ask you, bro, is are you interested in again, super matches? And I know you just did your first tournament, and I also wanted to ask you about that. How did that go? Your first recent pro tournament?
So it was a really good experience going into it. Um, I was really kind of anxious. I love competing, and I don't really get anxious about competing. But to get there was about a 3 hour drive, and that would have been the furthest I've ever driven since my health issues. And then having to compete, right? So like when I go somewhere, um, because I know I'm probably going to be nauseous, I don't eat because I don't want to get sick. So like I showed up to the tournament with not having eaten like 5 hours or like the night before prior, and then I woke up and then headed. I went over there, weighed in, and then my stomach was just burning like the whole time, like because sometimes I deal with stomach ulcers from the chronic gastritis. I'm like, oh gosh, this is not a good start. But once I just drank as much water as I could, cleared my head, and um, I ended up getting second place. I had a really good battle in my second match with one of my teammates that I used to train with a lot, Will Klingman, one of the best lightweights out here, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion. He's second in line to take on Allen. A lot of people don't take him seriously because he doesn't show up to matches caring. He doesn't care about rankings and stuff, but when he takes a match seriously, it's hard to see him lose to someone on weight. And I got pretty close to beating him, but he just knew me too well, and he ended up getting the win. And I had to climb out of the B bracket, and then in the finals, I went up against Marcus. I had to beat him twice. Um, Beat him the first time, and then they gave us like an hour or something in between that and the second final, and he got me the second time, so he was the better man that day.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so, what do we think is next, bro? And are we looking for super matches, possible super matches in the future?
So I want to take on anyone and everyone. Obviously, I do have also some goals, like being that Allen's the number one 165 in California. I really want to take him on, but my issue is the still like the ongoing health issues. Like I'm still kind of working my way up to being able to fly and go somewhere. The symptoms that I get sometimes kind of just make me not feel quite ready to do that. So like definitely want super matches, but it'd be a lot easier if it was in California and I could just drive there and maybe like the night before and then do everything that I know wouldn't make me feel like crap the day before. But I don't want to have people traveling all over the world just to pull me. So that's why right now my mind's set on like people like Allen, because not only he's like one of the greatest legends of the sport, but he's also in my weight class. So I really look up to him, and to have a match with him would be crazy. But I do feel like I'm getting like the hang of finding out what I need to do to heal myself. Like I've been on a pretty strict diet of chicken breast and rice, and my gut still hasn't healed. But every week and month, I'm getting slightly and slightly better. So I do see myself being able to travel soon, road trip, get on flights, and take a ton of super matches. My next goal is to probably travel, like drive a few hours, like 5 or 6 hours to another state, and then compete to test myself that way. Because I just did UAL, which was 3 hours away, and I competed all day, and then I arm wrestled at the supplement booth, the bucked up booth, right after all day. I managed to do that. So now my next goal would be to travel to another state, prove I could do that, and then after that, I will probably be comfortable to get on a flight and travel and then handle all that stuff and take super matches anywhere.
Well, perfect distance from you is me, bro. I'm 5, 6 hours north of you. I'm up in
Oh
North
yeah,
Cal. So maybe we could get something going, bro. I'd love to get you in a super match and start figuring out where you land on the food chain. Do you have any idea where you're ranked in the 165 class in California as of current?
um, I don't know the exact number. I could pull it up, but I'm using my phone for this right now. I think it's somewhere in the top 10 of 165. But I do know of a few people like ranked maybe seventh or sixth to third that I can feel comfortable with. I just haven't really had an official match with them to prove that. I don't. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't feel like I'm at the level to to win a super match with Allen right now. I think he has so much more experience on me and the ability to not let me get the strength I would want on him in a match. So he's my goal right now to chase, but I would love to find anyone in between, him and my level, see where I stand. Another goal for the future is Jeff Hale. I just, being that I love hooking style arm wrestling, and Jeff does too. I feel like I'm not going to be trying to jump in and catch Allen's top roll. I feel like it would almost, I know Jeff would probably smash me in the hook, but I think it would be easier to have a match with him than Allen because I'm chasing Allen. If I get in a match, I'm either getting flashed by Jeff or getting into a hook with him, ideally, like as I make myself stronger. So it would be just what I love in arm wrestling, a long match, long drawn out hook match, testing your frame, endurance, willpower. That's what I love. Not like, oh, you got to catch a top roll. And then, once you get a top roller into their spot, and it's a lot easier to deal with them because usually top rollers don't have your hook. Not saying Allen doesn't. I think Allen's hook is strong enough to take me on too. But in general, you sink a hook on a top roller and they're screwed. So I love just two mutual hookers getting into a long battle.
Well, as we're talking, I got names shooting in my head, who's on the West Coast around that weight class. Alan Fisher, I think that's a little of a reach, dude. I think you're going to have to you're going to have to win all the tournaments around here, win first place before you're ready for that, bro. Because Alan is, he's
Oh,
another breed.
definitely. Yeah.
But I'd love to
Yeah, he is.
see a chase, maybe like we've got Sam Posture. I know he's in the area. I think he's up in
I would
Sacramento
love to pull
now.
him. Yeah.
There's also we got Brandon Dye up in Oregon. He's another one that's I think get down in that 165 range, and then
Right.
we got Caleb Armbender. He's another
Oh,
North
yeah,
Cal
yeah.
guy with the armbenders. So
Definitely.
I'm definitely gonna do my homework, brother. Now I know you're interested, and I know your situation with your whole your stomach issues you're going through, and yeah, we'll see what we could get going because I'd love to get you active, bro, and definitely see where we could get you lined up on the food chain out here.
Cool.
So,
That
Ethan, I
sounds
just
awesome.
wanted to thank you again for coming on tonight, brother. I just want to let you know that my channel is always open to you. Anytime you'd like to come on and you got a message or something you want to get out there, you are always welcome to come on here. And I encourage all the fellow arm wrestlers out there, please support this guy, bro. He's doing great things. He's got a great mind on, and he's got all these non-arm wrestlers paying attention to our sport, and that's the goal here. So, is there anything you'd like to say before we call it a night, brother?
Oh man, just thank you so much for having me on. It's kind of an honor seeing all the elite arm wrestlers you have on your channel that you'd even consider having me on here. So it's definitely a pleasure to be on here. I'd like to finally have a chat with you, and I look forward to what's to come.
Hell yeah, brother. And I'd like you to shout out any of the social media you want people to get over and follow you and check you out.
Yeah, it's you can probably find me by searching Arm Wrestling Planet on either TikTok, YouTube. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as well, and you'll find most of my videos on there.
And I'll tag that in the description. You guys could go take a look over there. We'll put all his links over there so you guys could check them out. And I definitely encourage everybody get over there, subscribe, click those like button, and let's help this kid grow, man. He's doing great things for our sport.